Alexander Usyk vs Daniel Dubois 2, a testament to Usyk's dominance over Dubois. The rematch between Alexander Usyk and Daniel Dubois has just concluded. The performance, displayed by Usyk, one of the greatest boxers of all time and undoubtedly one of the best in the world today, was truly remarkable. Alexander the Great Usyk once again defeated Daniel Dubois, this time even more quickly and convincingly. He appeared almost unstoppable. So let's break down this highly anticipated rematch. But before we dive in, here at Fighter Mentality, we want to remind you that we're committed to bringing you the best combat sports content. If you enjoy this video, please support our channel. Thank you.
Perfect.
In this eagerly awaited rematch, Usyk left no doubt that he is not just one of the greatest boxers of his generation, but one of the greatest in boxing history. He has beaten every opponent in the heavyweight division, regardless of location or conditions. Even at 38 years old, Usyk continues to perform with increasing dominance. His resume is nothing short of impressive. Victories over Derek Chisora, Anthony Joshua twice, Tyson Fury twice, and now Daniel Dubois for a second time. Usyk made all of these fights look easy, despite facing physically larger opponents. He appears to be a level above every other heavyweight boxer today. Heading into this fight, many questioned whether age would finally slow Usyk down. On the other hand, Dubois had bounced back impressively after their first meeting, scoring 3 consecutive knockout victories. He looked like a legitimate world champion in his prime. However, Usyk demonstrated that his level as a fighter belongs to an entirely different dimension. He has now become an undisputed champion for the 3rd time, once at cruiserweight and twice at heavyweight, a rare feat in the 4-belt era. While his movement may not be quite as sharp as it was 2 years ago, Usyk remains one of the most technically flawless boxers in the world. With exceptional footwork, head movement, feints, and his signature southpaw style, Usyk poses a nightmarish challenge to any opponent. He defeats much larger men using pure skill and tactical brilliance. If there were any lingering doubts before, there should be none now. Usyk deserves to be considered the pound-for-pound best boxer in the world. He's consistently beaten opponents with massive physical advantages, like Dubois, who outweighed him by roughly 20 pounds, and others with up to 50-pound differences. The pound-for-pound concept exists to measure greatness regardless of size, and by that metric, Usyk clearly belongs at the very top. In this fight, Usyk responded to Dubois' aggression with calm precision. He handled pressure with poise and discipline. One of the defining moments came when an injured Dubois attempted to trade punches, but was caught by a powerful overhand left from Usyk. Instead of stepping back to reassess, Dubois charged in again, only to be punished for his recklessness. Usyk may not possess one-punch knockout power typical of heavyweights, but his left hand is still a serious threat. He has now stopped Dubois twice, his only KOs in the heavyweight division so far. Dubois tried a pressure-heavy approach, hoping to cause real damage rather than simply outpoint Usyk. But this high-risk strategy failed due to the glaring difference in skill levels. Usyk displayed pure class in this performance. He entered Dubois' our backyard at Wembley Stadium in front of 90,000 fans and dominated. There's no shame in Dubois' defeat. His only recent losses have come at the hands of an all-time great. At just 27 years old, Dubois has plenty of time to rebuild and continue to compete in this division. Still, it's fair to say that Usyk is simply a terrible matchup for him. Dubois' relentless forward approach, while effective in his fight against Anthony Joshua, was ineffective here, because Usyk left no openings. This victory further cements Alexander Usyk as a world-class boxer. He has the complete background: Olympic gold medalist, stellar amateur record, and now a 3-time undisputed world champion. He's the only fighter to have accomplished this in the 4-belt era. In many ways, he has conquered the sport of boxing. But the next big question is, what lies ahead for Usyk? Usyk has hinted that this might be one of his final bouts. Yet, in his post-fight interview, he claimed that 38 is still young and that this is just the beginning. That statement raises concerns because the longer a boxer stays in the game, the greater the risk of decline and damage to their legacy. We've seen many legends suffer from this very fate. If Usyk does decide to continue, perhaps in a trilogy with Tyson, Fury, he risks tasting defeat. But if he retires now, he leaves the sport as an undefeated, pound-for-pound world champion. For that reason, it may be wise to limit himself to 1 or 2 final bouts. Usyk's fighting style heavily depends on agility, speed, and athleticism. Unlike George Foreman, who relied on power well into his 40s, Usyk's strengths are more vulnerable to the effects of aging. Even though he seems to be getting better with age, there's no guarantee that will continue. In conclusion, Alexander Usyk has firmly established himself as one of the greatest boxers of all time, perhaps the best since the era of Muhammad Ali. What he has accomplished is extraordinary. If he chooses to retire now, he will go down as a true legend of the sport. But if he decides to keep going, we hope he can preserve the incredible legacy he has built. Now we want to hear from you. What are your thoughts on Alexander Usyk's performance in this rematch against Daniel Dubois?